Hey, hello. Hey, that's better. Hello. And now we are back. Welcome to the channel. With the Imperial Star Strikes Back Series 2, Part 2. And this is what we're doing. Obviously, we passed through all these series. We did one of Imperial Star Back, and we are kind of on second. We already did the first 66, and we're gonna do the next 66. Not pun intended. Yeah, so again, sit, relax, and enjoy the show. And anything that you would like to ask or following, just let me know in the comments and we'll start from there. The good thing is that the cards, as you can see here, this is the second part of the deck, comes with trivia questions. So we're going to start sleeving, and we're going to ask the questions for you guys to be entertained, and also see how much you know about Star Wars as well. And again, sit, enjoy, and relax, and we're going to go through it. It will take us around an hour. Remember that we started first 132 cards on Series 1. Then on Series 2, we continue the sequence, so we end up in card 199. And now we continue to card 200 until, I guess, 200 and something, 262, 63, 64. Just to finish the series and start Series 3, because there is 80 more cards. But again, sit and enjoy the show. So here we go. Card 200, the harpoon gun, was the answer to the last card on how Luke went in Hoth actually and harpooned himself into the AT&T to destroy it. So yeah, it was a harpoon gun. 200, question. As the Millennium Falcon blasts out of the Rebel hangar on Hoth, the Stormtroopers set up an attempt to use what type of gun? Ooh, that's an important gun. Invaders clutches. And it was a big one. There you go. I'm gonna leave the question here because it's answered in the next card. And 201, the answer is a laser cannon. So after escaping from the ice creature on Hoth, Luke sees a mysterious vision of what? Ben Kenobi. 202. What planet does the vision in the snow tell Luke to journey to? Where Luke needs to go? Where Luke needs to go after Hoth. Dabogoa system. 203, in Empire, who's Luke told to seek out on the mysterious planet he is sent to? So in Dagobah, who is seeking for? 203. Into the carbon freezing pit. 204. The answer is Yoda, the Jedi Master. Question: to escape from the Star Destroyers after the fleeing Hoth, Han sends the Millennium Falcon's train to a field of... Oops, it's on the other side. Field of asteroids. 205. What is the object that Yoda and Arthur struggled over on Dagobah? Tears of the Princess. I love you. I know. Famous improvisation. I think that was the third time. And Han Solo was told, it just doesn't matter, mate. Just say it. Say whatever. Whatever Han Solo will say. Because the script will say, I love you. And Han Solo repeats, I love you too. And Han Solo was saying to the director, mate, I don't feel this. It's wrong. And he came out with it, I know. Just straight on. So what is the object that Yoda and Arthur struggle back and forth? It was a power lamp. (206). What are the creatures that crawl around the hole in the Millennium inside the Astro Cave? Oh, the lighting, mate. So good. What are the... Start with M's. The Minox. 207. What is Yoda a teacher of? Ways of the Force. 208. Using the Force, Yoda raised what object from the swamp of Dagobah? Size does not matter. Oh, it's impossible. Do or do not. There is no try. Luke's X-Wing fighter from the swamp. In Empire, what frequently needs to be repaired in the Millennium Falcon? That's a nice one. The hyperdrive system of the Millennium Falcon is crap. 210. What is the name of the Captain Nida Star Destroyers? the Avenger. 211. What kind of gas is mined in the Cloud City of Bespin? $212, and the answer is Tibanagas. 212. Name 3 bounty hunters assembled by Darth Vader other than Boba Fett. That's a good one. There were like 6. Alright, let's go. Bosk, Denga, IG-88, Sukus. $213. What is the name of the 3-pronged twig Yoda used as a stick? What is the name of the 3-pronged twig Yoda used as a stick? A tricky question. Gamer stick. I didn't know that one. It was never mentioned. 214. Who serves as a personal aide to Lando Calrissian on Bespin? We already passed that card in part 1. Was Lovett, second in command. 215. Scavenging pig-like creatures dwell in Cloud City. They are called. Start with a U. The Ugnaughts. In the mysterious tree on Dagobah, Luke used his lightsaber to cut down an attacking Darth Vader, whose face appeared inside Vader's helmet. 216. Himself. Where are the heroes going when Darth Vader surprised them at Bespin? $217. Because they went to Bespin to repair the hyperdrive. To a feast. Who blasts 3PO to pieces in Bespin? This is the famous scene. They were giving away that they were Imperials in Bespin, but you didn't saw them until Vader. Stormtroopers. But again, the scene is super well made because C-3PO enters the room, you don't see anything and you hear the blasters and that's it, and then cut the scene. And that gave you a hint, but you never knew until Vader came into play. Who discovered the dismembered 3PO on Bespin? And this one has a mark. Yeah. It's a good card. The big question is, do we let it sleep? Very good card condition. I think I'm gonna let it sleep. Only because it's a 8 or 9 kind of cards without the scrapping. Alright, who discovered the dismembered 3PO? 220. Chewie. How is the half assembled trip? Oh no, sorry guys, I cannot let this slip. That is a Sharpie. 219 out. We're gonna find a new one. Don't worry. It's an easy find. 220. How is the half assembled 3PO transported Bespin? So 1 rejected. $221 and Chewie's back. Why does Vader want to look to the cloud city of Bespin? He will join us or die, my master. That's the reject zone. 221. Answer is to seduce him to the dark side of the Force. 222. In the carbon freezing chambers, hand in encased in what kind of substance? Carbon freezing. Carbonite. 223. When Leia tells Han she loves him, what is his reply? We already talked about this. At the beginning in the script it says I love you too. But Han Solo is Han Solo. Come on, mate. Two, two, three. Famous. I know. 224. In the climatic confrontation scenes, what does Darth Vader implore Luke to use against him? 224. Hatred. 225. What terrible truth did Ben not reveal to Luke? Darth Vader is Luke's father. What structure does Luke hold onto for dear life at the end of the Empire? 226. Han Solo. To 7, an electronic weather vane or antenna. 227, who first betrayed our heroes and later joins them against Vader in Empire? Lando. The real one, by the way. 228. Who eventually fixes the hyperdrive system on the Millennium Falcon in the nick of time? R2. What extremely important device does Luke receive at the very end of Empire? Very important device. A new mechanical hand. Where is Luke heading at the very end of Empire? Good question. Where are they headed? Back to Tatooine. Lando and Chewie, where they went to rescue Han from Boba Fett. What role did Anthony Daniels play in Star Wars and Empire? Anthony Daniels? Come on, mate, really? 232. There you have it. Trivia. 233. What role did Peter Matthew play in Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back? Peter Matthews. Chewie. What role did David Prowse playing Star Wars and Empire. 234. Two, 3, 5. David Prowse, Darth Vader. What role did Kenny Baker play in Star Wars? That's the lamp. So Kenny Baker played R2. So who performs Yoda in Empire? So 236. It's a famous one. Two, 3, 6. Yoda. Frank Oz, master puppeteer, who provides the voice of Darth Vader in both Star Wars films. 237. So the voice of Darth Vader was performed by James Earl Jones, and it was recorded in 2 hours. Who composed the music for both Star Wars films? 238. Famous composer. Everybody's famous after these movies. So composer John Williams. 239. Name the special effects supervisor for The Empire Strikes Back. Ooh. There were 300 and something special effects scenes that needed to be performed. Who's the supervisor? Supervisors. 239. Brian Johnson and Richard Edlund. What's the name of the AC/DC vocalist? Anyway, 240. What's the name of a special effects organization that handled both Star Wars films? 240. That's easy as well. George Lucas had to create it because he wanted full control of the special effects and sound. And he found this company. That is specialized in special effects. And the company is named Industrial Light and Magic, ILM. So who's the producer? 241. Who produced these movies? Gary Kurtz. 242. George Lucas directed another movie that featured Harrison Ford. What was it called? and that was prior Star Wars. That was American Graffiti. Wise and encasing carbonite, 243. And it was a test. 244. When Star Wars became the most popular box office attraction of all times, it beat out another thrilling blockbusters called in 277. Oh geez, there were a lot of competing at that time. We need more sleeves, and we're using perfect sleeves, by the way, not standard. That's why it's hard sometimes to pocket the card, because it's literally perfect. It has to be a perfect entry. There you go. And obviously I did it the other way. Test. When the Star Wars became another thriller. Alright, another thriller. It was Jaws. I think it's the same year. 245. Will there be a sequel to The Empire Strikes Back? Ooh. R2 on the Misty Bog. Of course there is. There was. 246. How many films in the Star Wars series are planned by George Lucas? It's a number of trilogies, the original ones for sure. Nothing to do with nowadays, but originally there are all the scripts of George Lucas, a full 9. So we started with 4, 5, 6, then we went 1, 2, 3, and then he couldn't finish 7, 8, 9. And he finished the script for 7, 8, 9 because it's based on all the books and comics actually that he already signed off. And he was saying, okay, Disney, I sell you the company and here's the scripts and this is what you need to do. And they say, I'm gonna buy your script, but I'm gonna do whatever I want. So it was betrayed. But 7, 8, and 9 are already written. And again, if you want to know what happened on George Lucas' universe, you need to read the comic books. 7, 8, and 9. Mara Jade. Sons of Leia and Han. A lot of stuff that's happening there. Alec Guinness, Ben Kenobi in both Star Wars films was honored at What American Film Event, 247. And those are the original scripts for 7, 8, 9. The ones that you have today has nothing to do with Star Wars at all. That's why I call the originals, and after 2012 nothing makes sense other than Rogue One, I will say. It's the best connection to the original trilogy, and that's it. The rest is just crap. You can literally delete all the masters and burn them and nothing will be missed. I was saying that Elon used to buy Lucasfilm and see what happened. Alright, let's continue. The Academy Awards. Alec Guinness. Every time I talk about Disney, I just got this anger inside me. They wasted a franchise. 248. What was the name of the science fiction movie made by George Lucas before Star Wars? Science fiction. There is a short film. 248. And these two got married, had children. This one has the Force, and then Luke trained the sons. I'm gonna leave it there. There's a lot happening on the comics for sure. Just read the comics. Those are the comics and books from the era are all signed off by George Lucas. So THX 1138. If you want to know the real story. What characters made his first appearance in the cartoon show during the Star Wars Holiday Special in TV on 1979? The horrendous TV show that today worth millions. Because it's so rare. Holiday special. It was Boba Fett. And this character is the only one who has, I think, is 90 seconds of screen time. 90 total. And is one of the most badass characters ever. And again, at that time in the original trilogy, not today, not in the TV series, neither is the slightest. 250. How old is Yoda? Oh, 251. What happened here? Ah, facts. Irving Kershner, Philadelphia born, whose early films include Eyes of Laura Mars and Loving, was the director selected by George Lucas to help the second film of Star Wars. And Yoda is 900 years old. That's a lot. Director. 252. Spiffing a Wookiee. For human beings, keeping one hair in place can be a royal pain at times, but imagine being a Wookiee. During the filming on Empire Strikes Back, it was the job of makeup artist Faye Frevon to keep Chewbacca's body presentable and tangle-free for the cameras. With Peter Mayhew on the costume at all times. $253. Filming the Falcon More than the ordinary motion picture, The Empire Strikes Back employing a dazzling array of full-size props. Needless to say, most of the massive spaceship beam buzzing across the screen were miniature models constructed by special effects crews. Sometimes, however, life-size versions of the ship were needed when filming scenes with human characters. That's the full size. On how to film the Falcon. Then we got 254, directing Mark Hamill. Portrayed Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, repeat the role in this exciting sequel to the most successful motion picture ever made. Now Mark works with director Eva Kirchner as Luke's character is developed and his curious heritage is finally explained. There you go. 255, shooting the exciting climax. Peter Suschitzky, the talented director of photography of the Empire, works with Irving Kirchner to film Luke Skywalker dangling from the weather vane in Lando Calrissian Cloud City. Was properly wired up. They then remove the wires after. In post. 256, filming Vader in his chamber. All is quiet in this Empire Strikes Back set during filming of Lord Darth Vader, sitting in the unusual meditation chamber above the start. It's a good scene. Dagobah comes to life. This misty planet of Dagobah, where the tiny, wizened Jedi Master Yoda teaches Luke the ways of the Force, is actually a meticulous crafted set at EMI Studios in England. .258, building the Falcon. The outer hull of Millennium Falcon is red-eyed for George Lucas' new space epic, The Empire Strikes Back. Once again, this amazing Corellian pirate ship is piloted by Han Solo and his wiki co-pilot Peter Mayhew. Readied. Nice. .259, Hoth. The director and cast of The Empire Strikes Back prepare the shoot one of the film's exciting opening scenes. The hidden rebel base of Hoth, a bleak planet of ice and snow, becomes a fascinating environment composed of blinking lights, maps, men, artillery and flying machines. 259. 260, filming an explosion. Luke Skywalker, innocent farm turned gallant warrior, battles the ominous Darth Vader in a chilling confrontation that reveals the most startling secret. This sequence requires some unique set constructions as well as a carefully placed miniature explosion to be set off as the lightsaber slash all the objects in the path. You can imagine the synchronization of that. And if you miss it, you need to set up all over again. I think I missed a corner here. Sorry guys. I need to sleep again. It was crooked in the corner. Alright, that's 260. 261, a spectacular swampland set. A camera unit under the direction of Irving Kershner films Luke Skywalker in an intriguing scene that takes place in the misty bog planet known as Dagobah. (262) Acting can be a dirty job, especially for poor R2-D2 who's tossed and shore by an annoyed swamp monster who has a little taste for metal snack. It all cuts in planet Dagobah in the full scene, skillful directed by Irving Kershner. That's 262. Oh, and that, my friends, we reached the end. And this is 263 with the checklist of all the cards. 133. This is checklist number 1, 263. And checklist number 2, continuing from part 2 series until 264, where we are right now. This is part 2. Ta-da! And there you have it, guys. Part 2 of Empire Strikes Back Series 2. These are all the good ones. And we got one single reject. Only because we have a Sharpie in the card. Yeah, and that it's a good card. It's kind of an 8 or a 9. Good corners. Well, not a bit, but it's a good card. It's a good solid card, but has that scratchy Sharpie kind of thing. So we need a new one. So one reject in the entire series in part 2 at least, and we're gonna hunt for this one. And I hope you like it, guys. As I said, if I'm gonna go with the web now, we finish 1977 series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We finished series 1 of Empire Strikes Back, and now we finish series 2 of Empire Strikes Back. On the next episode, we're going to focus on series 3 of Empire Strikes Back, which is 80 cards. We're going to go in one go probably and finish it up, and then move into Return of the Jedi 1983 series 1 and 2, and then we stop. We're moving to White Vision sets for Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And then we move along into that's 120 cards each set, and then we move into Star Wars Galaxies, which is the new generation, 1995 onwards, of cards around Star Wars. And that's 8 series, and the 8 series is in doubt because it's after Disney's 2018 or something like that. So I don't know if it is gonna pass the mark of no Disney. So we probably end up on Series 7. And what do we do afterwards, or in between, somewhere around there, is we're going to initiate One Piece collection. And One Piece is straightforward. It's kind of 2022 sets, so the cards are very new. And there are only 7 or 8, almost 9 sets available. So it's very easy to collect. Because I'm afraid to go into Pokemon without knowing how to do it because there are too many sets. If I click Pokemon, you can see that there is a lot of sets here. So I need a strategy, and we can go with the big ones, Spark and Stella, or we can go from new to old, like Surgeon Sparks, Stellar Crown, Chart of Fable, Masquerade, Paldean Fates, Paradox Rift, and go in that order and go one by one. And English or Japanese, or almost English or all Japanese, we need to decide that as well. Or we do a selection and we go with the most famous sets and we stay with those. Otherwise we're gonna get crazy here. And at that time, yes, I'm gonna open the streams and we're gonna start playing with cards and all that stuff. So that's pretty much. Apart from it, I already mentioned that we have our eBay stores up and running now. So we have a section in the store about trading cards, which probably is gonna go more prominent when we go into Pokemon or One Piece. Star Wars is very straightforward. We don't lose cards, and because they're very old and vintage, I prefer to buy full sets and complete sets. So now, other than the rejects that we have that we need to find, it's just one card here, one card there, and trying to make them available for us to complete the set. So you're gonna see that soon. I'm gonna start binding. I need to fix my camera in order to do that because I'm using my phone, and I need to figure that out because the space that we have here in the table at the moment is too small to put a huge binder, but we need to figure out something because we need to start binding. So I'm gonna figure that out and see what we can do. I got all the binders from Boltex. So those are huge. There are 60-40 cards each binder. I have like 7 ready to go, color coded and all that stuff. So at least in the first 2 is going to be everything about Star Wars probably. So all the cards that we're watching now, the Star Wars, Empire, what else, Return of the Jedi, are going to be in that binder and thing. The White Visions requires a separate binder because they are obviously what. I can show you what's the difference. I got promos here, and these are the white sets. So you will see that the cards are a little bit wider than the normal card, but also it's a 69 shot version from the movie, so they're super cool. And these are just samples, so what the hell? What is this card? 192. Do we have it? Sorry. Oh, it's a repeat. I need to check this one. It was on part 1, so I don't know if it was always a repeat from somewhere else. So these are all promos and things that we don't care about them yet because we're not doing the trilogy special edition yet. So these are just promos. for you to see that the cards are a little bit wider. That's the Y vision. And that's pretty much. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. And if you have any ideas on how to approach Pokemon, also just let me know in the comments. I'm gonna read them, and I'm gonna keep researching and figure that out and see what happens. So thanks for watching. We're with the objective in YouTube to try to get monetized. So we need. I don't think we need subscribers. I need watch time. We need that tremendous 4,000 hours of watch time to get monetized. So I appreciate all the effort and all the support that you guys actually are coming. And again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. So bye bye for now.